morning, everybody. My name is Jared O'Leary. I've been playing drums since 1998, but most of the drumming's been rudimental and concert percussion. Only a small amount of my practice time has been spent on the drum kit, so I am not very good at this yet. Now, in these practice streams, I like to share what I'm working on and how I'm practicing. There are well over 300 practice streams with timestamps in the description showing what I was practicing, how I was practicing it, or even what I was responding to in the chats. Because we got multiple different chats up right now. Now, people will often ask me some questions because I've been drumming for such a long time, and because I've taught every grade, kindergarten through doctoral student, have a bachelor's, master's, PhD in music education, blah, 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 blah. People ask me some questions. I will often edit those questions and put them into this drumming tips playlist that has over a dozen hours of free drumming tips. Now, any of the videos that say members first, like this one right here, is scheduled to release. For example, this one comes out on Friday. And there's a new play along that comes out every single day on my YouTube channel. So if you go to my home tab, we've got the drumming, the gaming, the computer science stuff organized into headers. If you click on the header, it expands and it shows you all of the drumming playlists if you only want to see the drumming stuff organized that way. And if you click on any one of the links at the top of each one of the descriptions for the play-alongs or for the drumming tips, it takes you to my website. On my website, I've got all the same content, but it's organized better than what I can do on YouTube. So there are 62 chop exercises at the top. There's over 1,000 grid variations in here. 419 are triplet, 577 are 16th note, and 36 are these like random ones like Herta grid or accent-only grid, tap-only grid. And then we've also got over 150 different timing exercises, 55 drum charts, both straight and swung, a video that talks about how I'm working on limb independence. So if you don't know how to practice and develop limb independence, I outline it in this video. And then we've got over 400 marching bass stuff and over 360 technique exercises organized in a playlist. So if you want to work on your rolls, then maybe check out roll timing or dynamic rolls. If you want to work on your endurance and speed, check out this playlist called Endurance and Speed. You can check those out if you're interested in it. And if you scroll down a little bit more, we've got all the drumming tips, all of the practice streams, some scripted lessons, a couple of non-sponsored drum pad reviews, and then some of the books and gear that I recommend. So if you click on this, most of these are Amazon affiliate links, and it shows you, like, here are some drum kit books. For example, I'm going to be working on 50 Ways to Syncopation by Don Moyle, and I will be reviewing some of his patterns in there while we read through some of my charts. But there's a bunch of other stuff, like here are the pedals that I use, here are the pads that I use. The sticks I'm using are the Jack D. Jeanettes on drum kit, and when I'm practicing rudimental stuff, I'm using the Hardeman hammers or the Hardeman tenor sticks when I do tenors like tomorrow. Before we get all this playing started, we're going to get started here with Shia LaBeouf motivating me to be able to play through this. So, because I'm not good at limb independence yet, I need the motivation. So Shia, help me out here. Let's do it. Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. Just do it. Some people dream success. Well, you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it. Just do it. Yes, you can. Just do it. If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up. Oh, yeah, Shia LaBeouf, thank you so much. I am now ready to work on limb independence. Now, I've got Don Moyle's book, 50 Ways to Syncopation. I wrote it out into a spreadsheet that I use to practice. Now, all the ones that say technically proficient and musical, I normally would skip. I just focus on the ones that are meh or need a lot of work, which is what I will do 2 days from now when I get back on the drum kit. 2 days, on Wednesday. But today, I'm reviewing patterns that I'm already fairly comfortable with. So I'm going to start off with number 2. This is a very basic pattern. So what you're going to do is just ding, ding, ding on the ride cymbal with hi-hat on 2 and 4 with the foot. And anything that's a short note when reading through the chart, you're going to play through on the snare drum. So like 8th notes. Anything that's long, you're going to play through on the bass drum. Okay, so very basic way to play through short, long on the drum kit. Now, the last time I played through this, I did it at 165, and it was musical and fun. So let's try it at 170 this morning, and we'll see how that goes. So we're going to go a few clicks faster. So we're going back to my website. So we're scrolling down to the limb independence section. And again, if you're not sure how to develop limb independence, check out this video. It shows you how you can use all these different play longs to do this. But I'm going to go into this Swung charts. The BPMs from 160 to 240. And there are 55 different charts in here that you can do. I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 through 5. And in every one of these thousands of free play longs, you just go into the timestamps and you click on a BPM. And then it gives you a few seconds to get ready. And then it'll count you off. And you can hear the play long, but because of a timing delay, I have it muted on your end. So I can hear it, but you can't. So if you practice it, at your house, you can hear it. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a short, long. Here we go. Whoopsie. Sweet, so that's chart 1. So now it's gonna give you like a little bit of time to either improvise or just kind of sit with the ostinato, and then it starts the next chart. Here we go. Alrighty. Chart 3. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, here we go. So 2 more charts. This one in chart 5. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Alright, last chart for this pattern. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Sweet. All right, so is mostly technically proficient. Had a couple of like reading errors. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. I feel like a little too close. My hi-hat. My wife played the drum kit last. This is her kit, actually. And it just felt a little close. Now I'm a little too far, maybe? Okay, we'll try it. Alright, we're going to stretch and massage now. First stretch. Take your sticks. Hold them like this. Pull in, push through. Ooh-wee. If I went through that too fast, there's a better angle of this on the video titled "This Hand Routine Saved My Drumming," and it is underneath the drumming lessons section, and that has an overhead and a front view so you can see what it looks like when doing these stretches. If you do traditional rotate and hold this way, then rotate and hold this way, hold that for like 20 to 30 seconds. But I don't play traditional anymore, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to adjust this though. Had the mic set up for me being closer. Okay. Now I'm going to stretch the underside of the forearms. So we're stretching down here. So you could do it like this. You could do 2 fingers at a time and then 2 fingers right here. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch. You could do it the way I did yesterday on the wall, where you put it so that your hand goes lower and it deepens the stretch. Just don't put all your weight into it. You want to stretch. You don't want to tear. Subtle difference. Kind of important. Switching hands. Ooh, that feels good. Now I'm going to stretch the underside, or the top side rather, by moving the fingers to the underside of the arm. So you could do 2 at a time, or you could just do it like this. And it goes twice as fast as doing just one hand at a time. You could also do this on the wall like I did yesterday. The higher you go on the wall, the deeper the stretch. So you go up higher and it stretches it more. Again, don't put all your weight into it. Boop, 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 boop. And the next stretch. Hitting this. We got thumb to thumb, so we're stretching the fingers. I like these chalkboards. There's a lot of like meaning behind them in terms of like the 8-bit view. So, you know, the gaming stuff that I do. I've been gaming my whole life. And then like the chalkboard, like being a former classroom educator. Lots of meaning. I like it. That's why I made shirts with it too. Ooh, ASMR. Enjoy that. So this is the last stretch that I do, and then I'm going to do a quick massage routine, and then we'll get back into the, more ASMR. We'll get back into the limb independence review. But again, all these patterns are from Don Moyo's book, 50 Ways to Syncopation. Well, like 95% of these patterns. Some of them I've made up, but most of them, just to be 100% objective with it. So I'm massaging now. I'm doing the thumb on top and the fingers underneath, just kind of working my way up and down the forearm. Just trying to get it nice and relaxed. Switching it over a little bit. My hands are a little tight from my workout, so I'm going to spend more time on that in a moment when I massage my hands. All right, so I'm going to do thumb massaging the palm, and then the fingers massage the back side of the hand. So that's the plan here. Just kind of work your way around your palm and your hand. Relax everything. And again, the video is titled, "This Hand Routine Saved My Drumming." So it's under the drumming lessons. Shows you a much better view with explanations of like what to do, how long to do it, all that stuff. If you would like that, check that out. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Let's see, I don't know what I want to play next. Normally, I just have it like whatever. I'll massaging base the tip of each of the fingers. Normally, I just go with whatever's the next meh, or the next needs a lot of work. But since I'm kind of reviewing today, I can pick a bunch of different ones. Ooh, yeah, that's a classic one. Okay, so I'm going to do that one. You're like, what are you talking about? I'll show you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Dun, 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 dun. All right, this is the last massage. I'll never do it again. Yeah, this hand's a little tight this morning. Thanks, workout. You're welcome. All right, so the next one I'm going to do is this. So, number 4. So this one, a little bit more involved than what we just did. So the pattern that you're going to do is it feels the same as what I was just doing. So, except you're not going to do the ride. You're just doing 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, so the short notes you're going to play on the tom. And the long notes you're going to play on the bass drum and the ride. So you're going to go da, da. While you fill in ghost notes on anything you're not playing. So triplet ghost notes. So if you're playing eighth notes, swung eighth notes, then you'll play. If you're playing the quarter notes on the ride and the bass drum, you're going to go while you do 2 and 4, okay? But it's ghost notes, so lower notes. Now, unfortunately, this drum trigger that I use here doesn't always pick up the little interior notes. Like it didn't pick up the start of that. So just trust me. I'm trying to play all the ghost notes in a way that it'll be picked up. Okay, so the pattern. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, like that. It'll be fun. All right, so last time I did this, I did it at what? 135. Let's try 140. All right, so I'm going to go back to my website. We're going to go down past the chop, past the grid stuff. We're in the limb independent section. We're skipping the timing. We're skipping the straight charts. We are going to do the swung charts. And because I'm going to play 140, I want to go into this playlist from 100 to 159. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the next chart. So there's 55 charts in here. We'll just go ahead and do 6 through 10. And just like with any of the playlongs, you go into the timestamps in the description. And you select whatever BPM you want to practice this at. In this instance, I want to play it at 140. Two, ready, and... One, a two, here we go. Read that wrong. One, a two, here we go. go. Cool. So again, on these, like, the top lines, you can improvise, you can just play the ostinato, you can play a different pattern, you can take a break, whatever you want to do. 2, ready, and... Sweet. That's fun, right? I liked it. That one was more musical than the first one. Changing dynamics, textures, etc. You can't really hear the texture changes on this. So it's a drum trigger with mesh heads. So it's low volume, and then the low volume cymbals, hence why you can see my hand through it. And it makes it so you don't annoy like neighbors. So if you're in like an apartment complex, it's better than playing on actual kit. But unfortunately, you can't hear all the low notes. Like, if I play fast, it sounds terrible. But, like, I can, like, clearly play it on here. But when I play it on here, it doesn't get all the notes. So, wah, wah. But, you know, it's not the most expensive one. Maybe the more expensive ones sound better. I don't know. This one was pretty cheap. All right, that was musical. I enjoyed it. Let's see, what do I want to play now? Another one. Let's do a straight one. We just did a couple of swung ones in a row. I always play this one, but you know I love it. What is it, 37? Yeah. 37. Alright, so last time I did it at 180, and it was technically proficient and fun. Let's try 185. Let's see how that goes. Okay, what am I going to do? A Baião pattern. So this one, you go right, left, both. Right, left, both with your feet. Right, left, both. Right, left, both. While you play 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... You can even put a little bell emphasis on the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the... And then you just read through the pattern on the snare drum. etc. Okay? So the idea is to get the feet independent and make it so you can play like an ostinato on the ride. In this case, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And read through the charts. Okay? So we're going to do that 185. So we're going back to my website. We're going to the straight charts. In here, 160 to 240. And you can go to any one of these 55 different drum charts. Sure, this one sounds great. Timestamps in the description. And I'm going to click 185 for the BPM. And then it'll count off, and I can hear the play along. Again, it's muted on your end, but if you practice with these, you can hear it. Yay! 1, 2, here we go. I'll probably play this one faster. One, two, here we go. I read that wrong. Oh no! Unsub. It's okay. I get it. I made a mistake. I'm not allowed to do that on the interwebs. Here we go. If you knew Susie like I knew Susie, then you would like her too, like her too, like her too. If you knew Susie like I knew Susie, then you would like her too, like her too, like her too. That one has a little Easter egg in it. Hey, no. Don't put 185 right there. Thank you for the suggestion. All right, so it's mostly technically proficient, unlike my speaking. I have fun with it. I was, had a couple of reading errors in there. I know. I'm sorry. I should do some hook it on phonics. Waka for me. Who's that? Brian Regan? I think. It's a funny bit. I approve. Let's see. What do I want to play? Something. Good point. boom. Oh, the classic. I always like playing this one. All right, so 155. Let's try 160. All right, what am I playing? This one's a weird one. Not gonna lie. Okay, so here's what's kind of going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're like, cool, Jared. What's hard about that? Well, while you're in 4 in your right hand, your feet are going to be in 3, 4. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick. Well, you still got 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you're reading through the patterns, which are written out in 4, 4 on the snare. Okay. We're going to do it 160. Yay. All right, so I'm going to go back to my website, scroll down to the limb independent section. We're doing the charts. Because I'm going to do it at 160, we're going to this Swung playlist. And we will pick a random one, 41 through 45. Sure, sounds great. Okay, as always, timestamps in the description. You can select whatever BPM you want, and it'll count you off. 1, 2, ready, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, a 1, 2, here we go. Thank you, Tyler. I appreciate the well wishes for the good luck. Good morning, by the way. How's your weekend? 1, 2, a 1, 2. Here we go. Yeah, I do love this one. It's a fun one, right? I hear how you can hear the 4, 4 over the 3, 4. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Oh, that's awesome to hear. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Why did I write that? 196 roll. Woo wee. A 1, 2, ready, and. was a fun one. That was it 2 charts ago? That got wonky. Okay, that was fun. I enjoyed it. It's kind of technically proficient and musical. I'll say it was mostly technically proficient. And I definitely had fun with that one. Those were some fun charts to read through with it. So I guess, Tyler, the question would be, so like, was it planetary alignment or what? Like, how can you replicate that kind of, success, that vibe? And what's interesting to see, because like my dissertation was like a discourse analysis, technically a corpus assisted discourse analysis. So I was like looking at like 11 million words of data and like analyze the patterns of discourse in it. So like I overanalyze text and speech. But the way that you're phrasing it was like really focusing on the effort and the process rather than the product, which is fantastic in the long run, because the end result is sometimes up to subjective opinions of some of the judges. So when like students would focus just on like the judge's opinion, it'd be like, well, I guess I can tell you a story. Like we had an instructor, I won't say who or where, when I marched, where the instructor like came and yelled at the snare line after a performance for like no joke, like 20 minutes straight, just yelled at us. You guys suck. You're terrible. You're never going to be good, blah, 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 blah. And, I had, being the center, I had to play damage control and like, hey, we don't suck that bad, guys. Like, let's practice more. We'll get better. But anyways, so the instructor then got the judges' results, and we got first place. And the judge was like, yeah, you guys are doing great this far in the season. Like, sound awesome, blah, 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 blah. And then the instructor's like, okay, yeah, guys, you did awesome. Like afterwards, I was like, nope. So the point of that being, he focused so much on the interpretation of a judge and not enough on like our effort and like how we were progressing as individuals and as a group. And he just put too much weight into that, which like given his position in the group and whatnot, like I understand why he did it, but it's not healthy. But it's good to see that you're focusing on the processes and whatnot. Here's a roll to break through the ensemble. That's something I wish more people talked about. The idea of like a performance mindset. I had a tech. Again, I don't want to like have anyone harass them. But I had a tech who worked for me, who marched at a top 5 group. I won't say where, and great player, but did not understand teaching or the performance mindset, and was just like constantly like, this drum line is terrible, the one that he was teaching at and I was teaching at. They don't have the hands for it. We need to focus on the hands, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no, we got to focus on the mindset. We got to get them like in the flow state or the zone of optimal performance, if we want to go with that kind of language for it. And while I was like talking to him about this, and he was just totally like, this drum line's never gonna sound clean, the drum line was like off to the side. They couldn't hear this conversation, and they got into a like complete focus mode because of like some breathing stuff that we did and whatnot beforehand. And then they started playing the cleanest they had ever been all season. And so I just like paused the conversation. I was like, listen to that roll. Like it's chef's kiss, like clarity. It's not a hand issue. It's a consistency issue. This is a high school group we're teaching at. They don't have consistency yet because they don't have the mindset to be able to play the same way every single time. The hands can play it as long as their mind is focused on it and they're not focused on like breaking up with their significant other or whatever. That is the worst thing. Experience is never useful. I agree. Assuming you're referring back to the story of the instructor yelling at us. I learned a lot of what not to do as an instructor by having some horrible instructors or teachers, professors throughout my whole career. And then I had the opposite of that, where I had some who just had a profound impact. Like my co-chairs for my dissertation, I still think about some of the things they tell me like on a daily basis. because they just had such a profound impact on me. And it was like wonderful to have that. But then there were other instructors that I had that I was just like, I will never teach that way, ever, because it was just so like damaging to the psyche of the drumline or whatever, which is unfortunate. Anyways. Okay, so I want to do this one. So this one is a weird one. It's a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and on the right hand. Your left hand technically doesn't have to do anything. But what makes this weird is you're doing a V pattern. So you're going 1 and 2 and you repeat that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now you can treat this like a tenor player, where you're moving and maintaining the angle at the same time, or you could treat this like a mallet player, where you use a Julie Spencer technique, where you go 1 and 2 and. So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Whatever you want to do. It's on drumkit, so it doesn't matter. I'm the only person playing this, so I don't need to have consistency in sound. If anything, it'll make it sound less robotic if I were to go with like the Julie Spencer technique than if I were to go with this approach. But I'm basically doing a V pattern. 2 and 3 and 4 and. You can fill in. With the left hand if you want to, but if you want to just get the hand pattern down, that's all you're doing for this pattern. So I'm just going to focus on that. Maybe every now and then I'll throw on a left just for funsies. You know. I said funsies one time, and I got this like guy who literally had a Confederate flag avatar say all sorts of horrible stuff. Call me a feminizing terms, and I was like, I'm non-binary, so you can call me whatever you want. He didn't like that. Needless to say, he got the band hammer. It was great. I wielded it with ease. I'm a melee class. Let me read your comment. Yeah. Yes. I like that. Be right back. Biscuits and gravy. That's awesome. Yum, yum. I'm the one who makes the food for my wife because I work from home and she travels to work. So, luckily I know how to cook. Luckily for both of us. I've had decades of experience cooking. Okay, so last time I did this at 135. Sure, we'll do it again at 135. So straight charts in here. Boop, 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 boop. And again, you're reading through whatever the pattern is with the foot while you just play through on the right hand. So, sure, 11 through 15. Yeah, see, that's a good trade-off right there. Yes, it amazes me how many of my wife's coworkers over the years have significant others who like get home before them and who are male, and maybe even work from home, and they don't do the cooking. Like they expect their female partner, wife, to get home and do the cooking and do the cleaning and take care of the kids, like this very like traditional value, while like the dude just like goes on TV and watches sports ball and whatnot. It's like, your wife would complain about you less if you helped out a little bit. It did more than just barbecuing. 1, 2, here you go. But hey, every relationship's different. They can do whatever they want, but the wife's not happy. 1, 2, here we go. So again, you can fill in. Or just play this all on the right. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Itchy nose, because you know, mornings. When I drum, my nose gets itchy for some reason. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm allergic to drumming, apparently. No! That'd be bad. Imagine doing an activity that you love, and you, like, break out into hives or something. That would be unfortunate. You just start sneezing uncontrollably when you play like a flam drag. Sorry, I can't play flam drags. Gotta take a Benadryl. I'm reading it wrong. It's hard to talk. That's funny. Yeah, you could totally do that. You could play whatever you want on the left hand. 1, 2, here we go. I would, when I taught elementary band, I would play the trumpet with one hand while I would do something like this. So that way I could model the melody that the band was playing while keeping a beat. It's not like kids were following the conductor in 5th grade. They're still trying to figure out how to hold the thing. So I'd do something like this while playing trumpet with the left hand, which you're not supposed to play it with the left, but you can. Ah! I messed up the most basic thing. So distracting. My mouse was like slowly gliding away. It was like giving window previews on this monitor. I was like, am I getting an alert? No, it's just like giving me a preview of every one of the windows as it slowly glides over. All right, cool. That one was fun. Mostly technically proficient. It was ingrained enough in my brain that I could like talk while sight reading the charts, so good enough. Cool. Speaking of good enough, we need to get my feet good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna work on double strokes. Last time I did this, it was meh. Alright, so we're gonna try this at 65. So what are we gonna do? Back here on my website, underneath the timing transitions, which these are starting to come out now. So there's 51 of them in here, so n-1. So all of these like transitions from like, hey, I want to work on my sextuplets into 7/4s. Cool, I got you. Or you want to work on your triplets into 3/2s. Cool, I got you. These are all like starting to come out. All the members' first videos. But the one I'm going to work on is Rebound. And I'm just going to do my footsies. And I'm going to do right, right, left, left the entire time. So I can specifically work on my left foot technique, which is new to me. I don't know how to double the bass. So we're going to work on that. So I'm trying to do a heel toe. Smooth motion based off of Jojo Mayer. A 1, 2, ready, and... So heel toe, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. It's not getting that second note. Why? Why on the triplets can I not do that? Huh. The dreaded double bass. Ultimate boss battle. Limit independence with double bass. Yeah, so something about the triplet, I'm changing my technique. Don't do that, Jared. Okay. Here we go. And left, left, right, right, left, left. Maybe my feet are allergic to triplets. That's unfortunate. Sorry, band. We can't play in 12/8. I'll break out in hives. One and two, and here we go. And yeah, it's absurd what people can do with their feet. I'm not practiced enough yet. Ah! It's getting better every time. Agreed. The focused efforts a little bit each day, you know, when I'm practicing, definitely pays off. The last couple weeks I had like a weird, I'm pretty sure it was the Rona, but I had like a weird tinnitus, not tinnitus, that like was distracting. So I didn't like drum, just did the gaming stuff. And it's from that cold that I got. And I just get like a ring in my ears. But it's not like injury related to the ears, thankfully. And now it's like gone away. Yay! So now I'll practice regularly again. Yeah, just add an extra note. It's too easy for me, right? Earplugs are important. It amazed me like how many drummers that I marched with that did not have them. I was like, you're gonna go deaf. And they're like, what? That. 2, last rep. Do you think about a rolling technique or just straight individual notes? It's a rolling technique, I guess is. So the way that the technique I'm trying to use is how Jojo Mayer plays fast singles. So he'll go 1 E-enda, 2 E-enda, 3 E-enda. And so what I'm doing is like this kind of rocking motion forward. So I do the heel and then the platform when I kind of rock with it, gets the platform on there, but up, but up, but up, but up. So that's what I'm trying to do with a foot. But what I'm gonna do now is alternate between heel down the entire time and then heel up the entire time with alternating single strokes. So, and we'll do a chug with Hertas. So I can specifically work on the single technique, individual notes, with chug. So this is also found underneath the technique stuff under endurance and speed. This has a bunch of exercises that are great for double bass. There's 60 exercises in here that most of them could work great for double bass. But what I'm going to do is chug with Hertas. Chug. Thank you. I sometimes nail it, and other times people go, what? And then I learn from it. All right. 60 might be too fast. I don't know. This goes as slow as 20, so. You're funny. Thank you for the viewer engagement across the platforms. You notice how, like, slow Instagram is? Something about the release, it's not picking it up on the drum trigger. We're going back to heel down, too. Yeah, so on YouTube, heel up, I've got it set so that it's 2 different qualities. So the vertical is faster. So the vertical's faster on the YouTube, but it's a lower quality because I keep the horizontal up. So I want it higher quality. A dead stroke. Because I'm not trained enough yet to not have a dead stroke on the release. So that might be part of the issue with the release on the left when I have the heel up, is my left foot is staying down, and so it's not able to pick up the right foot because it's basing it off of the vibrations. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, cool. I practiced the things I wanted to practice. Yay! And we're an hour into it. Yay! Now, all of these play-alongs, again, you can find on my tube of you under the Home tab. We've got 7 billion play-alongs. That's an exaggeration. We've got over 2,000. That's an actual number. So if you go into here, on the Home tab, we got the drumming, the gaming, the computer science stuff. Clicky-click on drumming content, and you'll have over 2,000 play-alongs and over a dozen hours of drumming tips, blah, 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 blah. If you keep scrolling, it keeps loading more and more. Every one of the play-alongs has timestamps in the description, so you can play this faster than me if your feet are better or you want to play with your hands. You can play this slower than me. So this one goes as slow as 20 or as fast as 160. And when you click on it, it'll count off, and then you can play along to it. If you want to find everything organized neater, go to the link at the top, jaredoleary.com/drum. If you're on the vertical stream, it shows it there. And this takes you to here. We got the 62 chop exercises. We've got over 1,000 grid variations for triplet 16th note. And then some goofy stuff in this last playlist. We've got over 150 timing exercises, 55 drum charts, both straight and swung. My process for how I'm trying to get better on limb independence, work in progress. You can check out that video. Over 400 marching bass exercises, 363 technique exercises, and then here's all the drumming tips, the live streams, blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm going to call it here. Tomorrow, I'm going to work on the tenors as a snare drummer. So wish me luck on that. So I'll be practicing that tomorrow. But I'm going to get ready for Hollow Knight. And we're going to try and hit some bosses in the face. So wish me luck with that. We're on the final sprint here. It'll probably be end of this week we'll be done. But anyways, I'm going to call it here. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. Tyler, I'm glad to hear that your rehearsal went really good and that you had some fun with that. It's awesome. Quite literally no excuse to not get better. Agreed. It's just invest effort, specifically in here. So everybody who's watching, focus on the technique exercises. This will help you out. I can't emphasize that enough, especially the younger players are like, I need to learn the snare break for this drum chord to get into this drum chord. No, you don't. You need to learn how to play consistent rolls. Start there, then worry about this stuff. But I'll get off my soapbox, and I will get on to the PlayStation here in a minute. So stay tuned. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. If you enjoy this content, just share it with somebody else. It helps me out. Oh, and the Members First videos are all scheduled to release for free. So again, you don't have to pay for stuff. I don't sell apps. I don't sell books. I don't sell sticks. I don't sell pads. I don't sell courses. I don't sell private lessons. I don't do that anymore. I just want to give this stuff away for free. So thank you for the people who pay for membership. Don't worry if you don't get it. You can just watch the stuff, and it helps me out. I make all the pennies. I promise. I enjoy it. But I'm out. Goodbye.